Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another PinBuilder update. Yippee! We got some good stuff in this one. I think you guys are going to dig it a lot. So I'm just going to jump right into the improvements, first of all. Actually, you know what? No, let me just go ahead and start with the new features. That way I can just show you those first. So we have added a resume button, or I should say I have added a resume button since there is really no we, except for myself and my cats. Hey! Anyways, so there's a resume button you'll see, and it's not going to be active until after you open up a table. So let's do that real quick. And we're waiting now for Kaiju Battle to open. So there's a couple of new things you're going to see here in the upper right-hand corner. You'll see 3 new buttons. These 3 right here on the end. This one is for printing a layout of your playfield. We'll get to that in just a moment. This one is for switching to play mode. Excuse me. And then this one is for opening up the menu. So if I hit that, we'll go to the menu, and so you don't have to press the escape button now or any of that. And if you want to go back, you just hit resume and you go back. So it's very simple. Also, the resume will work in play mode. So if you're in play mode and you hit resume, it'll take you back to play mode. Now, another thing I want to point out while we're here is that if you go to any of these screens, you'll see that the quit button is still right there on top. So you can quit from any of these screens now in order to make life a little bit easier if you want to just bail out quickly and you don't want to go back on all these. Let's see, let's go back to here, and let me just show you that this takes you to play mode, and boom, we're in play mode, and play mode will start right there. I need to turn the lights up a little bit. And so here we are in play mode, and if I hit escape in play mode, now that is, there is no button to press to go back to the menu in play mode currently, but you can just hit the escape key, and then you'll see that you can just resume back to play mode. Also, I'd like to point out at this time that the volume issue that was occurring when you would go to the menu is now fixed. So if you went to the menu and then even if you didn't adjust the master volume or any of these settings, what was happening was these 2 settings were inadvertently resetting the master volume to these low settings. In fact, it was nearly off, which is obviously not wanted. So now, you know, you can have full volume again. So volume won't cut out when you go to the menu anymore. That's that bug fix. Also, you can just hit the escape key and toggle back and forth between those 2 windows. And of course, you can still hit the tab key in either play mode or edit mode, and that will take you to one or the other. So that feature has not been removed. But this is just an option. I found that I kind of liked having a button to press sometimes because I might have been leaning on my left arm or something and just didn't feel like sitting up all the way to press the tab key or whatever. Okay, and for those who don't know, who are new to the game, I did want to tell you, I'm sure you saw this in the tutorial, but you can use your arrow keys to change your brightness. This is left and right, left, right. And then you can use the up and down, up, down arrow keys to change the brightness of the general illumination on the playfield. And that is the same for both play mode and edit mode. Also, while you're doing this, it's helpful to press the V key, which hides all those semi-lit grabbers. Those things are these things are called grabbers so that you can grab stuff, kind of self-explanatory, I suppose. But anyways, so this helps you get a nice view of all that. Now, you'll notice that the general illumination is not changing these apron lights. Those are going to stay the same. Those don't get changed. So, something to be aware of. Anyways, all right, so let's see. What else do we have? All right, let's take a quick look at the print icon option. Now, I'm not sure if I will be able to show you exactly, but you'll see it when it passes by. What this does is this changes the playfield in such a way that it can take a snapshot of it from above to give you a two-dimensional representation of your playfield that you could use as a layout for a real playfield. So you can do real designs here in PinBuilder and export them to a printout that you could then use to use as a template for a real game. Now, there's a few things to be aware of, and before I go any further, let me see if I have... Oh, no, I didn't leave those visible. That's right. Those are off. So when you see the printout, you're going to notice a few things. Oh, I did leave one there. That's not supposed to be there. I'll fix that. That may mean that the rest are there. Yeah, okay. So you see these markers. Well, this is good because I'll fix this and I'll hide these because we don't want to be able to see these on... actually, you know what? You won't be able to see those in play mode now that I'm thinking about it. Good, yeah, because this is a totally different table. Also, I fixed the edges here. Don't they look nice? They actually look like plywood edges, finally. Okay, so anyways, there are markers, and there are 5 of them. So these markers are located at 45 centimeters and minus 20 centimeters off. Let's see, if we show our grid, you can see where they're located. So if I back out, and we can see our center point. Also, you should know and be aware that I have centered the center point on the entire piece of playfield wood now. It used to be offset by, 10 centimeters? Is that right? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. No, 20 centimeters. Or millimeters, I'm sorry. Yeah, I know. I'm not entirely used to the metric system, but I think it's important to use in this game because that's the basis of the modeler that I use to build the models, and that's the base unit also for Unreal Engine. So I just stick with that. I like metric, actually. I like it a lot better than Imperial. But the problem is that most playfields are actually in Imperial measurement. But anyways, so down here, we're going to see underneath here, we have a marker right here at minus 35. That's down towards you, and then minus 20, which is to the left. And then if we can leave that on and just follow that line right over here, and we'll see there is another one. Where are you? Where did I put that other one? I guess, oh, there it is. That's right. All right. And then this one is right there on that point. So now there's a purpose to this. So these markers, these markers here and the text that goes with them, and there's one more here in the center which demarcates the 0 point on the playfield. Those will be printed out on the printout when you do a printout of your playfield. So let's just go ahead and go back to our menu, and we're going to load up Alien Meadow. That's a pretty straightforward game. And I did make a couple of changes to this one too, by the way, so just so you know. Now I'm going to leave the camera over here, but then I'm going to press the print button, and you'll see very quickly, and you can pause the video to get a look at this to see what it's going to export. I may be able to show you, but I'm not sure if I can do that without... Yeah, maybe I can pause the video and I'll show you that. So we'll go ahead and do a snapshot of it. And there you could see what that looks like. And now what it also does is it also opens up in a browser, because that's safer. I don't want to access your actual Windows Explorer or any of that. So what this does is in a web browser, whatever your default browser is, it opens up the file location. So let me show you what that looks like. I'm going to pause. Okay, so here you can see what that looks like. So here is the alien meadow. Actually, that's the one that I did yesterday, and this one right here is the one that I just did. So it'll export the table with the name to your documents, user images folder. So if we look here on PinBuilder and we go to our menu and go to settings, you'll see user images. This is the folder right here where those will be saved. And then if we go back to there, and now I'll go ahead and click this and we'll take a look at the image that got exported. Okay, so what's kind of nice is that while you're in this browser, you can go ahead and click that and it'll open it up in the browser. So here you can see right here, you're getting that? Yeah, okay, so right here's one of the markers. Here's the other one. There's another one. And these markers are there, so those will help you measure out the printed out file. Now, you're gonna notice that this is really low resolution, and here's our 0 point. So this one is very low resolution that I printed. However, we can get pretty high resolution, so you want to just go back here under settings, and then right here it says Planview screenshot size. So you can select one of these higher resolutions and get much better resolution. Now, my machine has actually crashed trying to export it at this insanely high resolution. So try that. It might crash. I don't know. If it does, for you guys, let me know, and I will maybe add a custom size that you can just type in here yourself. We'll see. I'll see. I don't know. Or recommend a size. I'm trying to do this as large as possible and as simple as possible, though. So anyways, so I'm selecting that size, and I'll go back, and I will go ahead and do this again. And it's going to take a little bit longer, and then this will pop back up. And now I can click on that again, and we can see that it's actually a higher resolution image. Maybe hard to tell just by looking at this, but it's a little bit higher resolution. Now, this may not be perfect. These should be round, and I'm seeing that they're not, and that is probably because I'm not using an orthographic camera. There were problems with Unreal Engine and using orthographic cameras, so I may need to figure out a way to combat that sort of visual distortion, which seems to maybe be occurring. So I didn't notice that before just now, so I will keep looking at that, but this'll be a good start for you. And what it does then, though, after all that, is that it will reload the playfield anew. So what you want to make sure that you do is you have everything saved. So if I grab something and move it, you'll see that I cannot click the print button again. So also, you need to be aware that multi-level tables such as this one are not going to look right yet. So far, this is only really for single level playfields. So this is going to look a little bit wonky. Let's give it a shot and see what it looks like actually. So I'll just do that. And you'll see that it's got, can I sort by size? Oh no, wait, last modified. And you'll see that the upper playfield is showing. So that's one of the things I want to do is split this into actually 3 different layers, or as many layers as there are for each table. So if your table has an upper playfield, then it would shoot, an upper and a lower regular playfield, and so on and so forth. So this is still in the works, but I wanted to put it out there because I have actually had a lot of inquiry into this feature. So now in order to handle this, what you could do is you could set this to, well, no, that's not really, well, that might work. Well, shoot, I can't save it now. I wouldn't want to save it like this, but yeah, I'll work on that, you guys. I did want to just make sure I had this working so that you can start trying it out and using it. I have not yet printed it out and tested a printout of it. I only have a regular 8.5 by 11 printer, so I haven't tried that yet. And it's not hooked up. So if you do large printouts and want to test it for this, please do and let me know. You can email me at the regular email address for the game. And that's pinbuildergame@gmail.com, by the way. And so, anyways, that's one of the new features there. So let's see, what else have we got for you? Resume, menu, plan view, print button. Okay, that's all the new stuff. I fixed, I fixed the bug causing the volume to be erroneously set in the main menu. Like I said, I adjusted the grid to be centered on the center at 0. As an example of this, if you were to put one of these posts, say, and you wanted it at 0, 0, 0, you can put it there. And now, as you can see, it's right there on the grid's 0 point, right there. And you'll notice that that's offset from the flipper 0. So I usually build my stuff at about 20 centimeters over, or 20 millimeters over, I should say. And that was the previous center line, so be aware that that has shifted over to be centered accordingly, you know. Let's see. Quit button now visible and accessible in all main menu screens. Improved kicker ball physics. I'll show you that in just a second. Hang on. Okay, so what I want to do is go load this test demo. And this one has, I don't want the grid on. So this has this kicker hole set up here, and a couple of other things I was using to test the bounce on these guys. So these guys are now fixed, so they bounce more realistically. And the other thing was fixing the ball physics when it drops into the hole. So let's go take a look at that real quick. Oh, poo. I don't know why it did that. Oh, I know why, because I didn't save it. So if I open this, I didn't save it, so it's not going to open it. It doesn't see it as the last one, so now it should. That's kind of a bug, actually. I need to fix that. All right, we'll start a game, and we'll just, oh, that's so fast. We'll just hop down here and take a look at what this does. So now you can see that looks way better. You can see the bounce off of that gate is much better too. Alright, so let's go ahead and I'll show you another gate related update. So we'll move that up, and then we'll save this and go back. Press play. Now I shot it up there pretty hard, so there's a pretty good amount of bounce on that. I'm not sure if it's totally perfect, but it's way better than it was before. It's very challenging because as these are gates, actually very tricky. The physics involved in those gates is much trickier than you would imagine because the gates themselves are not springy, and so I have to actually mess around with the ball physics and add a little bit of response to it. So it might be a little bit too much. I may need to dial that back, but for now I'm going to leave it there because it does seem to be working pretty well. Let's try it again. Just we'll go R to reset, and then we'll yeah, it's just kind of weird, isn't it? I don't know. There's something weird about it. I definitely feel like it needs adjusting, but that's a change. Take it for what it is or what it's not. I don't know. Let's see. I fixed it. Okay, I told you about that. Oh yeah, I slightly adjusted the width of this, what I call the scalable separator. That's this thing here. So it's a little bit narrower now to more match the width of these pieces of wood, because those are all identical pieces of wood typically on most machines. Oh, there was an issue with one of these guys right here. So let me go to edit mode and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So right here, this is this thing is a credit light, and that's one of these here. So you can put as many as you want, but you really only need one. So there was a problem where you could grab that because there was a big piece of collidable plane around it that shouldn't have been there. So the collision on this is fixed, so it won't get in the way of trying to grab other things. Let's see. Objects with subcomponents such as grabbers now duplicate fully. Yes, indeed. This is huge. So, for example, if I wanted to duplicate this little guy here, and I go Alt-D, you're going to see that the angle is not duplicated, but the layout is. So let's make that really wide. I'm holding in the Alt key in order to grab, and then I'm going to duplicate, and I'm lying. That one I did not do yet. That's right. I'm sorry. I totally lied. I didn't fix that one yet. Did I do this one? Nope. I feel like an ass. Okay, so I thought I did those. Obviously, I need to fix those. The reason I thought I was done with those is because yesterday my plan was to do them, and my internet was out literally all day long. It was extremely frustrating, and so I didn't get to do those. That was my plan for yesterday. I just remembered that. So I will fix those before this update comes out. So in case you're wondering, what the hell is she even talking about? Let me show you. So for some of these items, like these guys here, whoa, let me turn that off. Tooltip sounds, where build sounds, that's it. Okay, so now this is a metal wall. You can get it here, and if you hold down the Alt key and grab one of these green balls, you see you can curve that around really nice and easy. It's really kind of fun. And so if you wanted to, say, duplicate that layout like this, if you wanted another one of these exactly the same, previously you would dupe it and it would be straight again, but now you just hit the Alt-D, and as you can see, it duplicated an exact copy of it. It's laid out exactly the same way. Now I do have plans to do mirror, so you could mirror this in either direction, so that you could mirror, you could put one on this side and have one on this side mirrored, so that they'd be, well, mirrors of each other. These are the same way. If you duplicate one of these, now those also will duplicate. So if you pull that out and then duplicate it again, you get another one that's altered like that. Let's see, these are the same. We can pull this out this way. Oh, damn, did I really not? I guess I didn't. Jeepers. So, you guys, I'm sorry. I feel like a silly girl because I didn't finish all of these. So, don't worry about it. I will. I thought I had done all of them there. That's why I thought I did that one. That's a different type than this one. So these do it. And do these? No. Those are the apron ones. Those don't duplicate the same. So I do have some more work to go on that. I'll go ahead and do that. I'm still going to put this video out when the game update comes out, which will be later this morning. It's 1 a.m. my time right now. So I'll go ahead and fix the rest of these so that they duplicate correctly. And let's see, I did do this rail also. So if we manipulate this rail, can I get that? Now, see, I'm almost certain I did do this rail. This is another one of those that I really want to do these lines for. I gotta update that too. So let's see if yeah, good. Okay, so these rails are also done. Woo! Now, you won't find that true for this one. This one doesn't do it yet. I don't know that anybody even uses this. I don't even use this. And it's become kind of broken. I'm not sure what happened to it. It's really become just a straight rail now. That's very annoying. I just recommend don't use that, especially with all the habit trail stuff. You know, they're just static, so you know those aren't gonna have any custom angles or anything to them. And this plastic ramp one, that one also, let's see. Okay, good. That still has a curve to it. That's good. Those I built really early on in the game's development, and I will admit, excuse me, I will admit that they definitely need to be updated. So at some point here in the near future, I'll update those and make them right. But for now, they're just kind of wonky. I don't know. I think really the mindset I had behind those plastic ramps like that was to just basically build components like this, and that way you could just build whatever you wanted, you know. But then that sort of led into thinking that, well, maybe what we should do is just import your own FBX files. And so that's kind of where I ended up with that whole idea. So some of these guys here right in this area I still need to update, and these two. So I'll go do that right now, and I think that's pretty much everything. Oh, I do have one more thing to show you, and that is this. So if you go in here and you change your table angle to something insane, like, well, let's go 80 degrees, because 90, the ball is just going to fall out. I guess I'll just save it like that. And if we go into play mode, and we shoot that ball right in the face, take that. So we start a game, and you'll see that the ball actually kicks out the way it's supposed to. Now, it's not going to be very well laid out, but it does kick out. So you can do any table angle now, and that'll work. Now, do keep in mind that the glass does not go with the table playfield as you do that. And also keep this in mind. If you wanted to, you could go -20. And I think we talked about this previously, but one of the caveats to that was I think there was something inside. Oh yeah, it's that power supply down in there. But also another problem is that if you use the standard ball spawner, it's just gonna fall out and it's not gonna work quite right. So for that, you're gonna wanna use just a regular or a not regular but an irregular ball spawner, as it were, which would be well, actually, let's just do that. So if we put one of these ball spawners in there, the ball will spawn from this location. So let's just put it here like this. That should be odd. Okay, we're going to play mode. It's going to drop down. And now the ball will spawn down there. And it would kick straight out if I put any kick power to it. So that's why it didn't move. I totally forgot. I need to actually set this to something else. So I'll set it at 5. I need to set the default for that. So, all right, here comes. So you see, so that would work. So you could flip the, and there you go. So you could put that wherever you wanted and play your games backwards, if you wanted to. You could put this here and point it that way, and you could use walls and rails or like this plastic wall if you wanted to. Where is it? There. You could use one of these if I can grab it. You can make like a slot kind of like this over there using that. I should probably create something like this that's this width, so it's like wood. That would be kind of nice. So anyways, that is the state of the game currently, and I will go ahead and fix up these guys and get this uploaded for you in the next couple of hours. So for most of you, you're probably out having fun on a Saturday night right now, or maybe you're home sleeping and hoping for an update to come out soon. And this should be ready for all of you when you wake up. So again, I'm sorry for the delay, but some of these things take a little bit more work than I expect sometimes. The print function has really taken a lot of time because there's a lot of really intricate tweaking that needs to happen to make that work. As far as each of the things on the playfield needs to be adjusted and, yada, yada, yada. That's just technical stuff. So anyways, I hope that you enjoy this update. I just wanted to say, Max, I saw your request for the other kind of flippers, and I'm looking into that. And just a shout out to everyone. Thank you. And thank you to everybody who purchased the game at the recent half-off sale to celebrate the 1-year anniversary of the game being available on early access on Steam. If you guys are wondering how long this will be in early access, that's a good question. I am still in the process of honing it and developing it, and getting feedback from everyone, and just really trying to get the game dialed in so that it looks and plays the way we all want it to look and play. So I don't know how long it'll be in early access, I guess is what I'm saying. Not forever, obviously. I don't think I want it in early access for more than 2 years. But I do feel that it really needs to be a solid game, before it's in full access or full release or whatever. Anyways, I'm just sort of thinking out loud. I do really appreciate you guys and your ongoing support and enthusiasm. I work on this almost every day, lately, with the heat here in Arizona, yesterday it was 113, and there was a little humidity that just made it awful in this area. And I was kind of actually relieved that the internet was down, because that way I could just relax. But did I relax? No. I kept working on this. But there have been days where it's been equally as hot, and I did take a day off. So it's really important to do that. And for me, I'm kind of OCD, so sometimes it's really hard for me to take time off and just like relax. So not that I don't relax when I'm working on this, but sometimes when, the days will pass and I'll be like, oh shoot, I need to get that update out. I gotta do that. People are depending on me. I put this pressure on myself. It's kind of funny. Anyways, all right. I just wanted to show you one last thing.
3, 2, 1, ignition.
So if you press the U key and then click on the play key, well, not anything, but most things.
Descent fired.
Test.
All hope is lost. All hope is lost.
Yeah, that's the wrong sound.
All hope is lost. All hope is lost. Descent fired.
Okay, so whatever. Anyways, I just kind of wanted to show you that you could do that. One of you guys reminded me that that was possible, and I completely forgot. They could press you and test things out. It's funny. I mean, the game is so deep now. There's a lot to this game, and even I, the developer, have forgotten some things. All right, I'm tired. I'm going to go fix a few of these items, and then I'm going to update this for you, and I wish you well. Take it easy, you guys, and have a great rest of your day.